Book Club! Hey everyone, Dan here from One Man Book Club. Let's talk about the inheritance games, shall we? This one's popular. You might have seen this one around. It's a three-book series. The inheritance games is book 1. The Hawthorne Legacy is book 2. The Final Gambit is book 3. And these are written by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I think they're a cross between Knives Out, The Westing Game, and every young adult novel that's ever been written. Now, they're a lot of fun. Let me tell you about them. It's been a while since I read an actual factual young adult novel. I've been known to enjoy a good love triangle combined with brooding teenage angst and a plain but gorgeous protagonist. But they also tend to drive me crazy, so generally I try to avoid them. I guess I didn't read the fine print close enough, because the Inheritance Games trilogy is as YA as YA can be. Surprise! I've had my eye on it though for a couple of years because of the supposed connection to Knives Out, which was super cool. So I waited for the trilogy to be published and boom, I'm reading it. I read it. An orphan who discovers a mysterious inheritance, a jealous, formerly wealthy family, puzzles to solve in a giant house, cliffhangers to keep me wanting more, as long as I didn't have to wait for the next book. Yeah, sign me up. All that I was hoping for was there, wrapped up in that unexpected YA package with a big, huge bow on top. Turns out the combination worked very, very well. And while I did roll my eyes at some of the aforementioned YA tropes, the story, the mystery, the puzzles, they were all strong enough that I rolled my eyes and then happily just kept reading right through all 3 books. I was intrigued enough by the mystery that I didn't care that the teenage characters didn't really act like teenagers. The puzzles had me so hooked I was able to ignore every mention of each boy's razor-sharp jawline. The story was so engaging, I didn't even care when the female main character was having a hard time deciding between Perfect Boy 1 or Perfect Boy 2. I really enjoyed the trilogy. And I'm happy to make fun of it. I'm happy to make fun of all the unexpected YA silliness. But seriously, the Inheritance Games started strong. It peaked in the middle with the Hawthorne Legacy and then finished strong with the Final Gambit. I think I read all 3 books in like a week. A couple of content watch-outs. There's no violence. There's no language in the first 2 books, and just a small handful of instances in book 3 to be aware of, like the SH word a couple of times. There's one character who does like to swear, but only swears in code. Like, she doesn't use the actual offensive words, but it's easy to tell what she means. There's no on-screen sex, but these older teen characters, they don't experience young love and process complex emotion like actual teenagers do, which probably is my number 1 complaint about all YA books. You may also want to know that there is a tertiary plot that involves a romantic relationship between 2 teenage girls. Altogether, I'll say the series is best for 14 and up, and even better if your parents will read it with you. So you can have some good conversations. This is the Inheritance Games. I enjoyed it. I bet you will too. Happy reading, everyone.